Helix is a really innovative and effective tool because it combines easy-to-use movements with the latest in exercise science. The Helix is better than other pieces of cardiovascular equipment because it works in 3D, which is much closer to human movement. Most pieces of cardiovascular equipment just work in one dimension, the sagittal plane, and the Helix is brilliant because it works in the sagittal plane as well as the frontal plane. You're going to engage far more muscles, you're going to burn far more calories, you're going to decrease your risk for injury because you're stimulating that much more muscle, and that's going to result in a better outcome. On traditional cardiovascular equipment, people find it difficult to engage your core, but with the Helix, you have to engage your core. Because of that side-to-side motion, you're getting much more activation of muscle tissue that run through your core. You're going to burn more calories, you can help strengthen that core, as well as getting your inner and your outer thigh. I find that people really love the Helix because it's a time saver. So not only are you going to get your cardiovascular workout, but because of the way you can crank up the resistance, you can also get those strength training moves. I recommend the Helix for people who have had knee injuries or who want to prevent knee injuries because its motion activates key hip muscles that help stabilize the knee. So your glute medius, for instance, you stimulate those muscle tissues and that's going to help keep your joints safe. The Helix can help protect the hip because the Helix motion helps to work the hip through the range of motion that it was designed for. The hip is a ball and socket joint, and typically when you're doing traditional cardio, you're just going front and back. And so when you're adding in, that side motion, you're engaging that much more muscle tissue and you're using the joint the way that it was intended to use, the way that you use it in life. During intense exercise, there are ground reaction forces that can damage your joints. For instance, when you're running, ground reactive forces can be 3 to 5 times that of your body weight, and that is a lot of wear and tear on your joints. What's great about the Helix is because your foot is in contact with that pedal the whole time, you can really work that machine, crank the resistance up, really dig into those muscle tissues, and you still get no ground reactive forces. I know that the Helix can actually help you improve balance. Because of that lateral side-to-side motion, you're stimulating other muscle tissues that aren't otherwise going to be stimulated, and that neurological connectivity to those tissues is going to improve reaction time, and as a result, you'll be better balanced. The Helix is one of the most exciting innovations that I've seen in my 20+ years in the fitness industry.